Hello, how are you doing? Uh, we're going through a series of twin flame readings, and the sign that we're tapping into is the Taurus energy. This is part 2, twin flame. Um, Part 1 was very heartfelt. I have no words. I have no words. Let's go into. Maybe you can forgive me. This energy is it's difficult to grasp. Let me just pull some cards and we'll unfold it from there. Taurus Twin Flame reading part 2 of the series. Okay, let's take a look. Just go slow. Go slow. Please don't leave me. This is a strong link to the first reading, to part 1. Please don't leave me. So part 1, the energy regarded. How do you qualify loving me? So the energy was very, how is it that you find me lovable? And now part 2 is, now that I know that you and I are at least together on this soul level, I don't want you to give up. Why would you think this person would give up after all of this? Please don't leave me. In what sense? How? How could you be left? How could you be left? Okay, let's give me a chance to figure this out. Please don't leave me. My knife is not as together as it seems. Well, no kidding. Are you saying that to the other person, or are you saying that to yourself? Somehow, this energy is I don't want to say delusional, but is under the impression that they are not as easily read as they think they are. I want you. I want you. Okay. And then please, is it want, need? How want in what sense? Sexually? Oh, a little bit of manipulative energy coming through here. No, you must not be afraid. Don't shy away. But you see, that's that's nearly an infantile evasion. The manipulative energy that just came out in this card. Please don't leave me. My life is not as together. I need you, and then I want you. See what is an entity that has what they need to go forward and to meet somewhat at the cellular, at the soul level, and to be in the Six of Pentacles frame of mind. I'm also seeing the Justice card, which is the Libra energy. That type of energy is beyond using manipulation as a way to get attention. No, that's not it. It's not just getting attention, but to I see someone kind of like stomping their foot and saying, stay here. Um, that's not attractive. Stomping feet is not attractive. And you can't make someone stay. But I will tell you that if you use manipulative energy, you're going to be dissuading from someone from wanting to stay in your energy level, because it's as if you're swimming with someone who thinks they're going to drown. It's not fun. It's not fun to swim with someone who is thinking that they are going to drown, because you can't relax and enjoy your swim because you're afraid the other person's going to throw their arms around your neck and drag you under too. Sink or swim. Okay. Someone says that. Sink or swim. Let's go on. Let's go on. Don't misinterpret my tension with this person as not liking their energy. I do like their energy. It's just their consistency is lacking. They're up and down, in and out. They come and go as they please, and that is also a form of manipulation that they use. You know, you. It's okay. It's okay. I'm often confused. Are you? Are you often confused? At what? At what? At why people love you? One at a time, please. I want to be more than friends. Are you going backwards? This is a twin flame reading. Why are you revisiting these prior steps? Okay. I'm afraid to contact you. You really, it's almost like this person's going backwards, devolving. Instead of evolving, they're devolving. Why? Why go in a circle? Circular patterns. Someone knows what I'm talking about here. Circular patterns. So instead of going forward with the relationship, it's like we're revisiting and rehashing old news. Someone is very frustrated with this. Is this the same energy? I'm sorry, it is. It is the same energy. It is the same energy. I don't know why you care. Here we go again. Here, this is the exact same. This is the exact same issue. Not the same card specifically, maybe. But it's the feeling of not understanding why someone would care about them and truly care about them. Not what they can do for someone, not for because they are so popular that they could gain social media status. This is bananas. I don't know why you care about me. I remember every detail of that day. Okay. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So this person, instead of staying in an uncomfortable place and dealing with a subject that is uncomfortable, they'll say, oh, well, let's talk about something more pleasant. For the for the people who are contending with this twin flame, do you have any hair left, or have you pulled it all out? Good goobly gook. I hear someone saying, I love you. Do you want me to sign an affidavit? Do you want me to write it in my blood? It's like third, fourth grade. Do you love me? Check yes or no. Do you want to be my friend? Check yes or no. I'm hearing a country song. Is it George Strait? Is it? Someone help me. Please help me in the comments. Is it George Strait? Do you do you want to be my friend? Check yes or no. And for the person who's contending with this twin flame energy, and just because it's a twin flame doesn't mean it's an advanced entity. It could be different from the first reading. You might be dealing with an injured facet of the personality. I explained this earlier. So here's a small visual of the personality of the soul, and how even with a small turn of an intention or the prism in the within the personality, there are possibilities for a facet to be stuck in a trauma, to experience damage, and then what may occur is a you repeat, you revisit, and you revisit until you repair. Then you go into the Four of Swords energy. Of course, everyone's journey is a little bit different, so this is not a formula. It's not a recipe from a cookbook, but along with the healing, you repair, and then hermit mode, and you put these new facets of your knowledge into practice on the earth plane as a human. Those of you who know what I'm talking about probably could follow along with it. If you're not familiar with this, I might have said it too quickly, so forgive me for that. So it's not just enough to understand that there's trauma, there's trauma that has damage. Then you must go into repair mode, reflection, and then putting it into practice what you've learned. And not everyone can do this within a lifetime, 2 or 3 or 12. Everyone has their own journey. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side and then go into some tarot. Interestingly enough, I felt like I was the entity I spoke to now, that I pulled the cards for, is upset because they feel like they are further along on their journey, and that's between them and them. That's not for me to pinpoint. But there's almost a flavor of arrogance of, I am more advanced than, which is not something that people in the spiritual room talk about or even acknowledge, because it's a roller coaster. You go up and you go down, and it's sideways, and sometimes you get wet. It's learning is not pretty, but I want to say this as kindly as I can. There are times where you will catch the scent of an entity holds that holds themselves as more advanced than others. And that's really not how people that I hang around with, that people who are in the spiritual room that I'm in, speak, because it's a continuous learning process, and there aren't no advance. It's just being able to remember and utilize words, and I think that is the capacity that maybe brings it to a different level. Does that make sense? I mean, we're talking about advanced entities. We are not at the demigod type of level here. We're still stuck in the mud, you know, playing with mud and sand outside, and making mud pies and eating them. That's the level that we're at right here. And that's fine. We enjoy where we are at the point that we are. But this entity, and it's cool. It's cool. Let them be where they want to be. But they're in a way hurting themselves by saying that they are more advanced than they are, because they're not taking the time to enjoy where they are. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. Someone, Brad, Brian, Joseph, Joanne, Jennifer. You ever wonder at the look on the high priestess' face? Look at the high priestess in her face, her countenance. Sometime. Look at the way she presents herself. She's sitting in a very rigid manner, and she's sitting in front. She's sitting in front, and she's guarding secrets. So her face is almost like, you think you know these secrets? You're not even in the same room as these secrets. And I'm going to leave it at that. And this is the twin flame for Taurus. Okie dokie. We have that because that becomes her. And thank goodness we have the Six of Pentacles coming out, and we are waiting. We are waiting for the ships to come in, because we are dealing with the broken heart. But it's not what you're thinking, though. Judgment. This is part 2 coming up. We are in part 2, aren't we? Knight of Wands coming through with some flirtations. The King of Pentacles, excuse me. There you are, Taurus energy. Queen of Swords with some real truth coming. 4 Pentacles holding on for all that's worth. The bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. Excuse me. Excuse me. Taurus, throat chakra. Mm. So it's clear indication there's ending of something that came around, but that don't forget that the sun is peeking around the corner there. Behind that we have the Three of Swords. I think that we need to go in this direction. Home, home, stability. We have the death of ego and the realization of earthly comforts, all things being equal between the 3D and the 5D world. There is a second show of this, and that's why we're in the second part of the series of Twin Flames. But the energy is how frequently are you going to have the rebirth of this? The Queen of Swords is bringing forth the truth of the matter. There is like a push me pull 'em type of emotion, energy with this. I think it has a lot to do with between the 3D and the 5D world, and the inevitable weight, because it's divine timing. You can have the world in your hands, but everyone must. The universe is unfolding as it should. So there we will wait. Knight of Wands. He is coming in with the emotions, but again, do you see the pensive look on his face? The pensive look. The horse is rearing up. The person that we drew cards for here is not comfortable with the extra emotions that fly around them. But you can't be in it and not of it. You can hold on to your comfort levels is all you want. You see how desperately they're clinging to that fourth pentacle, as if their creature comforts are going to give them I'm going to be comfortable just because I'm going to surround myself with what I like, even if that means sitting and watching movies for hours on an end, or just watching the same things over and over again. The familiarity of it all is going to give me comfort, which also can give you stagnation. That's why the universe, in its brilliance and compassion, sends you inspiration to recognize the many parts of the personality. Universe wants you to recognize and embrace the different aspects of your personality that you have not made friends with. Why not made friends with? Okay, I'll say what you want me to say. Made friends with. Why friends and not love? Right? There's parts of your personality. I'm speaking to this person here. Parts of your personality that you think is abhorrent, and that if you downplay them or make fun of them, you'll be in on the joke. Don't know why you wanted to hear that, but this was exhausting. I'm going to take a nice break again, and I'll try to have another reading later on if Spirit says so. Okay, thank you.